Adolf Eichmann was captured by Mossad operatives in Argentina and taken to Israel to face trial in an Israeli court on 15 criminal charges, including crimes against humanity and war crimes. He was found guilty and executed by hanging in 1962. He's the only person to have ever been executed by Israel on conviction by civilian court. That's the official story. But I'm here to tell you that that story is a lie. And what's written in our textbooks today that we consider fact is fiction. The information in this video is going to be an update to the Auschwitz exposed video that I released a few months ago. The information that I released in that video was controversial, and many people had a hard time understanding and believing what I was saying because of the fact that the history books paint a picture of these individuals as a certain age when they are not, and they were lying in order to hide their identity. So once I found some additional information and verified some individuals that were in these photographs, you will see that it now proves what I was saying, and these individuals are who I say they are. This is Walter Krupinski. He was a German Luftwaffe fighter ace in World War II, and it was a senior West German Air Force fighter after the war. He was one of the highest scoring pilots, accredited with 197 victories in over 1,100 sorties. Krupinski was said to have died in 2000. Well, I'm telling you, he's still alive. He's friends with Michael Greenberg, who we see here in the photographs, him and Maurice Strong. Of course, Maurice Strong is Eichmann, and Maurice Greenberg, who is Michael's father, is Joseph Mengele. So we see all the friends getting together and meeting up in Switzerland, and also in Russia, where they are in this picture. Now you can see by the scar on Krupinski's arm that this is definitely him, and you can match it to the photographs back that are verified as him during the war. As you can see by his chin as well, he took it pretty hard when he crashed a few times. So this is definitely Krupinski. Plus I also was contacted by an historian who verified that this is indeed Krupinski. So we see him along with Maurice Strong and of course Michael Greenberg, which is Maurice Greenberg's son. Maurice Greenberg is Dr. Mengele. Now if you want to deny what I'm saying and try to say that Eichmann is not Maurice Strong, well then why would these individuals be meeting with Eichmann's sons? So do you believe me now? If you still want to believe what's written in the books, or the lies that they told so they could stay in hiding, well then, that's fine. I can't help you anymore, other than for those who do believe me and want to find these individuals and hold them accountable, well, you might want to start looking here. Now, as for Eichmann, who I believe is considered today Maurice Strong, as we see on the left a known photograph and accepted photograph of Maurice Strong, and the individual on the right, which comes from Vicky Greenberg's Picasso web album. So when we examine this image closer, we can see that he's had two cysts removed on his ears, so therefore it's changed the shape of his ear at the top of the lobe, but the rest of it's the same. He's also had a rhinoplasty done and taken the hump off of his nose, which you can see there's a dramatic difference, but the end of the nose is still the same. He's also had his chin resurfaced, and that's about it. Maybe a skin peel, but you can still see that the individual is the same, and that is Maurice Strong. Now, Maurice Strong is Eichmann, which is very easy to see because of the fact that pre-nose job and all the other work that he's had done, he looks exactly like he did back when he was wearing the Nazi uniform. Isser Harel was the head of Mossad. He picked up Eichmann to take him back to Israel so he could stand trial and face his charges. I got a problem with that. You ever seen what Icer Harold looks like? I don't think you have, because if you did, you'd know that this story is bunk. Because here's Icer Harold. Icer Harold is Eichmann. So the scam, the fix was on from the beginning. This person didn't die, this person wasn't executed, it was a complete sham and a dog and pony show put on by Israel to let people think that they killed the person that is accused of these crimes against humanity. Now let me drop another bomb on you. Now I'm not a historian, but from what I've read so far and using my understanding of this family and the photographs that we have, I can put together a picture a little bit different than what the history books tell us. Now, Israel was founded after an attack that was launched on the hotel, the King David Hotel. In that hotel, there were British forces that were at the time trying to negotiate peace between the Israelis and the Palestinians. The Israelis considered them an occupying presence and wanted them out, so they blew the hotel up. The people that were involved in blowing the hotel up were a group called Igran. It's the first terrorist group that we have basically that is documented. Now one of the lead individuals in that group that planted the bomb was none other than Icer. So you can see, as head of Mossad, a year later, that was his payback for him doing that job. Now, as rumor has it, today, Mossad is run by Michael Greenberg. This I cannot verify because it's difficult to pin these people down, and the information that is released in books and published is usually not correct, and it's usually there to throw you off, so they keep their identity hidden. So I hope this additional information has painted a much clearer picture of the power that Maurice Strong, Maurice Greenberg, and Michael Greenberg have in the community. Since they are the ones that are controlling this country and calling the shots, and are well respected because of their past and, of course, Michael with his present position, you see that they are the ones that are behind the majority of the problems that we're having because of the fact that they are sticking to that mentality of the Nazi, which is the National Socialist, and the Zionists mentality that created that Nazi party back in Germany during World War II. So socialism is on the menu. That's what they want. As I've said in the other videos, it's a sharing of the wealth for the little people, and that wealth is the scraps that the richest elite give us to share. There's no making everyone equal, as that is the ploy that they try to get you to accept the communist mentality. So keep this in mind while you're seeing these events transpire in front of your face, and remember who's behind it.